Hi, I'm Jeff Greco. I'm one of the founding members of Greco Neyland PC. I want to talk to you about what you should do if you find yourself in a situation where you and your significant other get into an altercation. Typically, it stems from an argument that gets out of hand. At some point, an altercation ensues and the police are called. And it may not always be from your spouse or your significant other, but probably from a neighbor who overheard something. You may have left the residence or may have left your apartment, and what you find is that 2 or 3 days later, you get a visit from an NYPD detective or you get a phone call from an NYPD detective, and they ask you to come in to talk to them about what happened. The first thing you need to know is you do not have to talk with the NYPD. In fact, you should not be given any statement at all. You should be contacting a New York City assault defense attorney, someone who can contact the NYPD, explain that through their direction, you are not to give any statement. If there's a warrant, we will do a surrender and have you turned in. Now, it's also important to know, after you're released from jail, after the arraignment process, the judge will usually sign an order of protection. This means that you cannot live in the same location as the person that you were allegedly involved in an assault with. And if this happens to be your spouse or your significant other whom you live with, for the next foreseeable future, you're not going to be allowed to live there. Now, later on in the case, your New York City assault defense attorney can typically approach the court and talk with the ADA assigned to the case and get what they call a limited order of protection, which will allow you to resume living together. You just will be bound by certain rules and you will be subject to a violation of the protective order if you assault that person again. There's a lot of other rules and things that most people don't know about assault cases, things that you should know before you ever decide to meet with any member of law enforcement. My suggestion is if you ever are called by any NYPD detective or if they come to your work or your residence, you need to stop the interview immediately, tell them you have an attorney, and you will get in touch with them shortly thereafter. You then give us a call, and we will take over from there. Give us a call today to discuss this and any other questions you may have about New York City assaults. We can be reached at area code 212-951-1300, or you can reach us on the web at www.newyorkcriminallawyer.com.